Good afternoon, YouTube. How are you guys on this Saturday? I'm gonna try to set my phone down here. I don't feel like holding it. Put it on my computer. I'll have to hold it here. So I hope everyone's doing well here today. I decided to make a little video while I'm sort of in a break. I'm watching this evolution is going on right now. It's pretty serious. Many of you follow me. Gamers, you know that this evolution is going to make. Probably you guys are there already, but I've been watching it since yesterday. It's pretty hype. So there's nothing really serious. I got Mortal Kombat going on, Killer Instinct, but I don't see anybody playing I want to see. So I kind of pause it and I want to make this video. It's not going to be that long. So this video, as the title says, taking it further, taking your studies further, taking it further to get more, to really get more in the language, to become to get to that state of speaking the language, being able to speak the language with the native speakers. So I'm gonna break this down a little bit. So first, what you need to do, we all know, before you even sorry. Before you even start the language, you need to make sure you do several things first. The first thing you need to do is find places where you can practice. Will you have people to practice this language with? That's very important. That's the first important thing. Way before getting resources and all that stuff, dictionaries or whatever you need, study material, you need to make sure you have places where you're going to practice this language. That's only if you are interested in being able to speak, being able to communicate with the native speakers. If you just wanted to know how to read and understand grammar, then you don't have to really do all that. But I think for most people, they are wanting to be able to speak the language. So you need to do this first. If you can't find people in your area, don't give up. You can use the internet to find native speakers. There's several places where you could do that. Places Share Talk, Hello Talk, awesome places to practice the language. So you need to do that first. Now, once you get that solidified, you say, okay, I know where I'm going to practice the language. Once I get to the point of leveling up with the natives, you need to look into the resources. So find some resources that you need to use at the beginning, in the beginning stage, and then at the medium stage, the intermediate stage. Make sure you. Oh, yeah. So make sure you do that. Find your resources, and then once you do that, then you want to put together a schedule. Put together your schedule. How many days a week you're going to be studying the language? How many hours? Bam, you ready to start. So you start studying, do all that. Now, before you start interacting with native speakers, I would recommend, you can do it right away, but you need to spend at least 2 weeks first. Maybe spend 2 weeks, and then get a little vocabulary there, and then you can start practicing on the chat rooms, practice with native speakers. And then once you get like 3 months, 2-3 months in, then you should start feeling comfortable, and you're still gonna have a lot to learn, but you'll be starting to feel comfortable speaking the language with native speakers. Then you can go out and find people to practice with face to face. I'm gonna hold my phone here. I'll just hold it. So that's what you need to do. Now, ooh, my leg done went to sleep. So you need to. It's very important to use this language in real life. If you don't do this, you're not going to retain everything you've been learning. Okay, you're going to retain a little bit through repetition, but when you get in front of a native speaker in real life, a lot of that stuff is not going to come. You're gonna be thinking, oh man, I know this word, I know it. It's not going to come out, and the reason why it's not coming out is because of the lack of practicing. You have to train. That's one thing I love about the learning language. That's a beautiful thing I like about learning languages. You have to train your listening. You have to train your reading. You have to train your comprehension. Your spoken. All these different aspects you have to train. You can't just train one and expect to be able to do the others. It just doesn't work like that. In a fantasy world, yeah, but in reality, it's not going to work. So you need to do all those things, and you need to do them over and over again. Everything is repetitive. So even when you're speaking with native speakers or find these natives, it's going to be painful at first. It's going to be stuff you don't understand, but you have to keep doing it if you want to come to that state of being able to speak. And I believe, there's some people out there who don't feel, they don't want to go through that pain. It's too painful, and if you're not willing to go through that pain, well, what do they say? No pain, no gain, right? No pain, no gain. You're not gaining anything. So, you just want to go back home and get in them books and study again. That's not going to do anything for you. Sure, you'll learn some more vocabulary, but we trying to be able to communicate with these natives. We trying to come to the state of being able to speak comfortably, and it's impossible. It's not possible for someone to come to the state of being able to speak a language comfortably if they haven't been speaking the language. It just doesn't work like that. So just keep that in mind. For those of you who are, oh, I'm shy, I don't know if I can speak with people. If you keep saying that, then don't do it. Just learn how to read and write the language. That's it. But you need to make sure you're doing this very often, even online. Like the face-to-face, even online, in the chat room, like seeing the text come at you. That too, like that's the test. But the biggest test is everything, like the comprehension. You right there in front of a native, and they're coming at you full speed with this language, and you're like, oh man, I think that's what she said. That's what's going to happen. So as far as like, what did I say? There was something I said about you won't understand. There's certain words. Oh, let me give you an example. Like let's say you did all this studying, all this listening. Right? When you get in front of a native, they may say something to you and you didn't catch it. And then you ask them, what was that you said? And then when they tell you and you say, oh my God, I knew that word. You see what happened? You didn't understand it. It's not that you didn't do enough listening. It's that you didn't get enough of this experience of it coming at you in real life. It's really different. I don't care how much you've been listening to the material. If you're not getting out there and having that stuff, someone hit you with it's not going to become second nature. And I had this happen with me. Like I didn't understand something, and I asked the native, what did they say? And it was sure enough a word or a phrase that I knew, that I listened to before, but I just didn't catch it at that time because I wasn't used to it coming at me. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. I don't want to make this video long, but when you start this language, just bear in mind, if you're introverted and you're shy, I was one of the biggest introverts there and shy. I had trouble interacting with regular people in public in English. If you have this problem and you're trying to learn a language, you got to keep that in mind. That's what's got to happen if you want to be able to speak. If you want to be able to speak, you have to get out there and start speaking with these people and start taking these L's, as we will say, if you will. Take these losses, take these beatings, get smacked around, get smacked up, get your jaw broken, get your ribs cracked. Nah, let me stop. But yeah, let me stop. Let me wrap this video up. That's it. Just let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions about anything, I'm here. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys shortly.